The phone rang at exactly 8:23 p.m. Victoria's voice cut through the silence like a blade, cold and calculated. Listen carefully, Daniel. We're leaving the country tomorrow. The lake house and your Mercedes are already sold. Don't try to contact us again. The line went dead before I could respond. But she made one crucial mistake. She assumed I was still the naive son who believed every word she said. I stared at my phone, remembering the day 3 years ago when Victoria handed me those brass keys with tears in her eyes. "This lake house has been in our family for generations," she'd whispered. "Promise me you'll take care of it." I'd nodded, young and trusting, never questioning why she wanted the deed transferred to my name for tax purposes. For 3 years, I'd poured my savings into that property. New roof, restored dock, landscaped gardens. Every mortgage payment, every repair bill, every insurance premium came from my account. Victoria would visit occasionally, playing the gracious family matriarch, never mentioning that legally, she had no claim to the place. The signs had been there for months. Hushed phone conversations that stopped when I entered rooms. Strange men in suits photographing the property. Victoria's sudden interest in my financial documents, and her fury when I kept them locked away. Last month, I'd caught her rifling through my home office at 2 a.m., claiming she was looking for aspirin. That's when I hired Detective Marcus Chen to investigate. What he uncovered made my blood freeze. Victoria had been forging documents, creating fake ownership papers, even impersonating me in calls to real estate agents. She'd found buyers willing to pay cash for a quick sale. My lake house for half its market value, my car for a fraction of its worth. She thought she was erasing me from her life, taking everything I'd built, and disappearing with my stepfather Richard into their retirement paradise. She'd underestimated me completely. I'd spent weeks preparing for this moment. Every asset was protected, every legal loophole sealed. The lake house deed was secured in an irrevocable trust. The Mercedes title was transferred to my LLC. I'd even installed new security systems she knew nothing about. The morning after her call, I drove to the lake house. A middle-aged couple stood on the porch, clutching keys that wouldn't turn in locks I'd changed weeks earlier. "Excuse me," the woman said nervously. "We just bought this property, but..." I pulled out my phone, showing them the legal documents. This sale was fraudulent. The person who took your money had no legal right to sell this house. You'll need to contact your attorney immediately. Their faces crumbled as reality hit. $60,000 gone. Their dream retirement home was a lie built on Victoria's greed. My phone buzzed. Victoria's number flashed on the screen. "What have you done?" she screamed, her composed mask finally shattered. "Those people are threatening to sue us. The realtor won't return our calls." I walked to the lake house deck, letting her hear the gentle lapping of waves before responding. "I protected what was mine, Victoria. You tried to steal property you signed over to me years ago. That's called fraud. You ungrateful little. The police have copies of all your forged documents. Your buyers have filed criminal complaints. Even Richard's name is on the paperwork, so he's implicated too." Silence. Then sobbing. Then threats. Then desperate bargaining. But I'd learned long ago that people who view you as disposable will never truly change. By week's end, Victoria's reputation was destroyed. The real estate community blacklisted her. Her country club friends whispered about her criminal activities. The retirement funds she'd planned to supplement with my stolen assets were now going to lawyers and legal settlements. I never had to raise my voice or make threats. I simply let Victoria's own greed become the rope she hanged herself with. Sometimes revenge isn't about destruction. It's about letting someone's true nature illuminate their path to ruin while you stand safely in the light of truth. The lake house remains mine. The Mercedes sits in my garage. And Victoria learned the hardest lesson of her life. The child she tried to erase had grown into a man who keeps meticulous records. She forgot that I was the one who actually owned everything she tried to steal. And now she'll spend the rest of her life remembering that mistake.